There are some beautiful provisions we should carry on in Nigeria based on derivation, because we want to encourage productivity. You know, I feel very ashamed that the most blessed section in this country, which is the north is the most blessed. All the food we are eating, solid minerals. You can see how they are discovering oil. For such a region to even begin to look at south for survival tells you the level of incompetence and corruption of Nigerian leaders, because they are so blessed in everything. You know, because they are strategically located between the rainforest of the south and the Sahara from the Sahara desert. So their land is neither too much in this side or too much in this side. Very, very fertile land without fertilizer. So such a region is the region that will be insisting it must be based on derivation. And they just go to look at their land and bring out the beautiful lithium, gold, flowing like a river in the north. They don't need to catch cold whenever anybody sneezes. Derivation is the best method to encourage productivity, and I support it 100%. Then the tax reform bill, I think section 146, they said VAT will be increased from 7.5% to 10% to 12.5% to 15%. Where? Wickedness. People are dying of heavy loads, paying for increased fuel, paying for increased tariff, paying for increased this and that, paying for increased presidential jets, paying for increased presidential yacht, and they want to again put the burden of increasing VAT consumption on the people. Any provision in any tax that increases the burden on Nigeria by 1 kobo is a bad law and should be thrown away. Other countries in the world, they are reducing their VAT, and Nigeria want to increase everything. You know why? So that they can sponsor their lousy, voracious appetites. That is the only reason. Yours riding on presidential jets. You have presidential jets, so just to ride on big one, gold, clothed entrance, gold coated entrance. Those countries outside that cut their cloth according to their size, those presidential jets their presidents are using and manufactured by them. You are a borrower of money. You don't have money. The people are hungry, and you're living a profligate lifestyle, and you want the people to be the one that you will extort to pay for all those lifestyles. You have 48 ministers, majority of them doing nothing, and you want Nigerians to be taxed more. So I don't like that provision that says VAT should be increased. Then he should have consulted more and more and more. Democracy is based on dialogue and compromise, at least to give people sense of belonging. Telling the 36 governors and your vice president go to hell is not the best way to go in a democracy. So I would have supported consultation so that you would disarm those people who are maybe rightly or wrongly coming against your bill. Because the more you educate people on something, the more aware they are. Some people even went to the extent and said the tax bill is against Sharia and is not existing anywhere. But because of the speed you want to pass it, there's something in it. Then some mischievous people will now come and say this is against Sharia, just to make people to move against it. They say inheritance will be taxed by 24%. How? In my own opinion, it's not existing in the bill. But these are the things that dialogue would have been able to sort out. But I support derivation. I support there should be no increment in taxation on Nigerians. I support the unification of the tax system, because in Nigeria they say there are more than 100 taxes imposed on people. So if it is unified, so that one agents will be collecting the taxes. It makes payment easy. Technology just transfer. Now you have companies income tax, you have personal income tax, you have capital gain tax, you have VAT. Each one has different administrative agency. So in your house, you see people come to you, harass you, company income tax, personal income tax, this and that. This bill wants to harmonize so that you have uniform agency collecting these things, and you can pay this thing once and for all, even through technology. So there are very good things about this bill. The lack of consultation gave room for people to manipulate the provisions, either ignorantly or mischievously, to bring the bill to opprobrium. And remember, tax, once people hear tax, they react negatively to it because they feel it's an imposition. They might not even know it might even be a reduction. Then another thing is, you're saying in the tax bill that anybody earning below 800,000 per annum is exempted from tax, and you are the one who puts the minimum wage to be 70,000. 70 times 12 is 840,000. That is earning anything is not exempted from the tax. So what sense does it make? These are the things that consultation helps you to do, to point out to you the little embarrassing provisions, because eventually you give nobody any tax benefits. Because if somebody earning 70,000 will not benefit from it, which is the minimum wage. And minimum wage means that everybody, including even private sector, ought to be paying it. So some provisions have to be tinkered with. That basic minimum should be increased. But like people that are earning should benefit from it. Then any increment of tax should be removed. Then the issue about harmonizing, unifying the administrative processes, very nice. The issue of derivation, very nice. So I support the bill in part, and after due consultation and amendments, it should pass. Now, you said something about one party state, because I think you combined, and the role of opposition, if I heard you right. Let me tell you something. There are a lot of things I blame the ruling party on, but they are trying to cripple the opposition parties. Is not one of them. It's a legitimate political weapon for any party to spy on and take out any other party that is not serious. It is not APC that should be blamed for what is going on in Labour Party or PDP. It is Labour Party and PDP that should be blamed. Today you have total absence of leadership in Labour Party, and you have presence of dubious leadership in PDP. So how do you blame APC for it? Did you see any card-carrying member of APC being the chairman of Labour Party or chairman of PDP? So how do you blame APC for that? When you continue placing blame where it is not, you are trying to justify your failure and give excuses for your not succeeding, meaning you're trying to perpetuate it.
They have just one of Dele Farotimi absurd. AFE Babalola. Thank you and God bless.